You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Marlon Wayans.
What's happening?
You missed it. Marlon was just in here waxing poetic about the pitfalls of marriage.
That's right.
Well, no.
I wouldn't say pitfalls. Marriage is for some people.
Uh-huh.
Not for me, but it's for some people.
Why not for you?
I think marriage is for some people.
we was
I
having.
think marriage is for people that want to be faithful. I think otherwise, yes,
That's honest.
My marriage is for that. Okay, marriage is for that. Because here's the thing: I think God don't get mad at you if you are married. I think God may be upset if you mess around, but not to say God won't forgive you.
Yeah,
Because He will.
Mm-hmm.
But your woman will never. She gonna bring that up.
Ain't that the coldest trick in the book? God created all these beautiful women and then told you to be with one.
Asked me to pick one. I'm like, girl, I got 6 ribs.
So does that mean for women we shouldn't be with just one either? With all you great-looking men
Watch
running
how
around?
I flip it. I mean, if you want to be a hoe, sure.
All right, Marlon show is canceled. It was supposed to come back on.
You want John on black stanking around? Y'all do it.
I still think God created more beautiful women than He did fine men, though.
Absolutely.
There's only like 3 fine men.
But you looking for firemen?
I'm just saying, it's only like 3.
So who's fine to
Denzel,
you?
now Michael B. Jordan, and then who else?
I'm coming up.
And
Marlon.
Marlon.
I got beer gang and shades, man. It's the first time I'm cool enough to wear shades. Can I get? I'll take 11. I ain't gotta be third on the list. I'll take 11.
I didn't know you could grow a beard. That's amazing.
I didn't know I could grow a beard.
It's not always there yet. It's always like this.
Why you gotta bring out the immaturity in the beard,
right,
man?
my bad.
My beard's going through puberty. I know this.
You just started eating pussy?
No, I've been doing that for years because you know
Okay.
you always get that old nigga that like, you know what you gotta do, you gotta lick ass and eat pussy.
That's
I'm sitting
Charlamagne.
here and I guess it leaked funny because it only come here and here.
Now,
But,
we have to think about marriage because Jason Mitchell was up here and he said that he doesn't believe in marriage.
I believe like you have to be mature enough for marriage. I think men, I think a lot of men try, and I respect the effort, and I respect because you want to make your woman happy, and there's nothing make them happier than a ring, and like, yo, I'm committed. But if along the way a man has a pitfall, then I think we have to employ forgiveness. Because especially when they get married young, and then fame hits you. Like, y'all don't know what this is.
Man.
Like, when you young and you like, man, and you see the videos, and then your life get popping, and the girls in the videos, that you was like, yo, I want that. Actually, are sitting there going, nigga, I want that.
Man.
They come at you. It's like, I could say no to 1,000 women. But 1,001 may come with 1,002. She may bring a friend, and it's hard to say no to menages. I don't know what man could do that. I would have to call God instantly. God, I need your help, nigga.
Nigga, I almost yelled preach until I remember I'm married.
You see me? I'm set up. I'm married. I'm like,
You know how hard it is to sit in a room of men. And,
my house is happening.
it's so hard to sit in this room of men and listen to this because times are changing. And the person that I was telling you about, his wife actually cheated on him and left him to go be with another man.
Ooh.
And so I feel like, this
here's
is
what I
actually
was
the
saying to him.
opposite situation. So should he practice forgiveness?
Absolutely.
Then, in that
I think
case?
everybody should. I don't hold hate in my heart for nobody because when God put you through that, you're supposed to go through that. That's your life journey. And if you don't forgive in that time, then you are missing out on the greatest gift that God ever gave a man, which is to learn to humble himself and forgive, to love unconditionally. Every time you get a chance to build a bridge, you build it. You don't burn it. Some of your best people you will find diamonds in coals. People are shit and they're coals.
That's
But
real.
when God throws them at you, sometimes they're hard, and you just got to dust them off, and you got to hold them tight, and then over time, you will go, wow, I'm glad I didn't throw this shit away.
Charlamagne, that's what he told his wife.
That's amazing.
That's exactly what that's
real.
amazing. Yeah.
Who? Who said that to his wife?
No, we said we just love that speech. Keep going.
Yeah, because
They're
I
gonna
mean,
use it.
no, because you gotta forgive. If you don't forgive,
But you
then
can forgive and still move on and not be with
I've
that
been
person.
cheated on a lot. Since I first got in relationships, I've been cheated on.
Why do
Maybe
you
that's
think-
the reason why I ain't married. And I'm a sweet, sweet man.
Everyone cheats on you.
Man, I had an ex-girlfriend come to school with a goddamn turtleneck on in the summer. I said, bitch, you got hickeys. I knew it. How you wearing a turtleneck in June? It's the last couple of weeks of school. You got a turtleneck on? Come here.
If you really love your woman, you'll forgive her, though.
Even if
Not
you
now.
don't,
I wouldn't at this point, but back in the day.
If you really love yourself, you will forgive her. It's not about her. You have an opportunity to be a better person. Be it, because not many people have that power. Pray on it. God will make you better. When I was in my worst moments, I called my daddy, who's a Jehovah's Witness, and he all about that Bible. And I said, Pop, I'm hurt. What do I do? I said, he goes, she cheated, huh? I said, yeah. I said, what do I do? And my dad gave me a couple of scriptures to read. And I said, what do you do in this moment? He said, you forgive, because that's what God wants you to do, is forgive. You walk around with a light heart. And the more I forgive people, the lighter I am in life. I don't hold account, and I ain't got no anger. I'm loved. I have a happy day.
I believe
Every
that.
day I am happy. I'm so happy I make motherfuckers happy around me that ain't happy, because I just like being happy. So, happy's a choice.
I recently just read that y'all grew up Jehovah's Witness. So,
Nigga, we didn't.
You did. Okay.
Let me clarify.
All right. Okay.
Because
Because I grew up a witness.
I did. My daddy's a witness. See, my mama wasn't having that shit. My mama was like, I'm Baptist. We like Christmas. And for years, I was sitting there going, why are you doing it? And then I realized something. My father had 10 kids and no money. That nigga was like, how do I not celebrate Christmas? How do I get out of Thanksgiving? How do I get out of the 10 niggas' birthdays? I'm a Jehovah's Witness. My mom was like, I like gifts. And so now, even nowadays, when my mom celebrates Christmas, my daddy don't. So we buy my mom gifts.
That's a house divided, though. How does that work?
How does that work?
That's why we are funny. It works. Everything in life is designed. It's supposed to happen. If my mom and dad wasn't wired like that, no household is peaceful. Especially not in New York City projects. I'm sorry. We used to hear arguments through everybody's walls. Don't talk shit about my family. Hey, Spanky, hey, Vasquez, we hear y'all too.
Yeah.
So the business, you hear the business. Every family got their issues, but that's what makes them family. And you got to know that you take the worst and it's really the best. My mom and dad's relationship made us funny, because my dad was annoying, especially when he was drunk, and he was silly, and he wasn't funny. My mom's not funny, but when she's pissed off, she is Richard Pryor with titties. She will break you down. My mama hilarious. And so I guess the formula was my dad would get drunk, piss my mama off, they would have makeup sex, and then that's how we were made. So it's the combination of silly and funny.
People give up too fast in relationships now? Because you just talked about a whole scene.
I think you got to find a way. When there's children involved, I think you got to find a way to make it work, because I do feel like children need their mommy and daddy. A lot of, I think, of what's going on with society, period, is the fact that we ain't taking care of ours. As men, we have to do better. As women, we have to do better. As black people, we have to do better. You don't just make a baby. You protect that baby. You in that baby's life. There ain't nothing more threatening. Like all these, like perverts out there that be preying on kids. You know who they prey on? They prey on children without fathers. You're a single mother. Oh, let me take you into my congregation, or let me be your coach. Let me be a father figure, and then they wind up molesting and preying on them little boys. If a father was there, he ain't gonna do that. Why? Because the daddy gonna come. I'll break your fucking kneecaps. I dare you. I'll shake a nigga hand, squeeze his knuckle, and let him know, hey man, take care of my son. You need that. That's what we do. We protect. And I think, I don't care if she cheated. I don't care what she did. I don't care if he cheated. That's what my show is about. Finding a way to make it work, because at the end of the day, you a family. Me and Ange are family. That is like wifey for lifey. I ain't need a ring. I love her. I care for her. I care for my kids. And we have a different situation, but my babies know daddy's there. I'm able to affect my kids and infect them with good nurturing, because I'm in their life. It's not about, I ain't fucking with your mommy. That's stupid, man. The minute my children were born, I used to play games. When I used to get mad, I wouldn't talk to him. Me and Angie, I wouldn't talk to her 30 days. I'd be like, nah, I'm just that cold.
You wouldn't talk to her for 30 days?
Imagine you not
weeks.
talking.
She'd be like, nigga.
We can't even picture that.
Yeah, I wouldn't talk.
You know how hard that was?
Wouldn't talk. But you know what I
Quiet
said?
place.
It was quiet place. and that, because I don't hit people. I don't lash out. I don't throw shit. I just don't talk to you. I remove myself, because that's the way to do. When we feel it, remove myself the way you did a couple weeks ago with them with the
Jesus
two
and Mary.
niggas. Yeah, I
Jesus
feel
and
like
Mary.
right here, like shit may pop up. I gotta
come
get
up.
quiet and collect myself for idiocracy happens.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. And then the minute my kids was born, I said to her, and I said to myself, I have to grow up. I can't do that to my children because I can't show them that kind of dysfunction because they're going to have kids and think that's the way you raise your children. I want my kids to practice communication. So when me and Ange used to argue, I would kiss her no matter how much she was calling me nigga this or F you nigga that or what type of stupid shit I did. I would kiss my kids. I would remove them from it and go, Mommy and Daddy is having a little argument. That happens in life. I love you. I love you. My son go, where you going? Daddy's going home. Well, are you coming back? Yes. I'll be back tomorrow. And I would let things cool off, and I would come back tomorrow. And my son's tears would go away, and he would know Daddy ain't going nowhere. Right. And that's what made me a man. I grew up because I looked at myself and said, where can I be better? And that was a place I could be better with communication because I wanted my kids to be better. It's a baton. Parenthood is a baton. You pass that. Why you think we be spanking people and shit? Why people don't be spanking their kids like that? We was taught to spank because that's what we did with slavery. So we are still passing down spankings because that's what master taught us.
That's why I don't spank my kids.
I don't spank my kids either. I didn't know you had kids.
2.
Damn, this nigga's a sneaky cock.
That's crazy because we had a whole discussion one day up here about
No, you talk to them.
spanking, and I didn't think it was the right thing to do.
You got to talk to them because you understand. And I talk about this sometimes.
Although I will say my dad's Chinese and my mom is black and she never used to beat us, but my dad used to beat our asses all the time.
I don't knock anybody who spanks their kids, though. But I got girls. It's hard. I can't spank no girls. I got 2 girls.
Even a boy. Like, here's the thing. Like, I don't knock my parents. My daddy whooped our ass. My daddy beat us so bad, nigga, slaves would be like, oh, I feel so bad for them Wayans boys. But I don't knock my daddy for that. He did what he had to do. He had 10 kids. He ain't got time to have that Brady Bunch conversation with every last single kid. So I am the man I am today because of my daddy's discipline. So that's why the Wayans boys act right. It did work.
Because all of y'all ain't no slouches in the Wayans, brother.
No slouches and no bad guys. Yeah. We don't do that. Not my daddy raised his boys, raised them. And so I look and I go, the baton, I choose not to hit my kids. Not that I frown upon my father's way. He did what he thought was necessary. But for me, I didn't want to do that to my children because when you spank a kid, it's like your hero is beating you. It's like, nigga, Spider-Man made a web and beat the shit out you with it. Or Superman took off, what's his name? Batman took off his utility belt and started whooping your ass with it. You're his hero, whooping their ass. So for me, I just talk to them, the kids. So let the kid grow you into a man and learn to communicate. Don't damage your kids. Fix yourself, and then you can raise really great people.
That's real.
Damn.
That was good. That was good. How much of that do you bring into the writer's room when you're doing Marlon?
All of it.
Word?
All of it. When I go in the writer's room with Marlon, I open my chest up. I open my heart up. I'm vulnerable. I talk about my pain first. I don't care about the jokes. Like, I'm going to get to that. I need a story that I know is true, that resonates, that hurt me, and go, or it came from somewhere real, and then I could find the funny in that. So don't give me no goofy story when I'm just exploding through a roof. If I don't feel comfortable being broad unless it's from a grounded place. An emotion has to bring me into the place where I could be ridiculous. Otherwise, I'm not just going to be ridiculous.
I read an interesting story about how you said your son was in the hospital and you were like, how do I find the funny?
I got the notes in my phone.
In a situation like
my
this.
son had 3 surgeries two years ago.
You thinking about jokes while your son going through surgery?
Think I ain't? Whenever I'm in my worst moment, that's my best moment. I be in the whale's mouth like Jonah, like, hold on. Is my phone working here? I got jokes, man. I literally.
What do you have surgery for?
He had a bone infection. He had osteomyelitis, and he had to get 3 different surgeries. A staph infection that kept popping up. And my son is athletic. He plays ball. My boy was in the hospital for 2 months. his summer gone, and that breaks my heart. Like, he can't play. And so I'm sitting there, and I put everything on hold. I was supposed to go to Greece. I lost that money. I was like, yo, my son's sick. I'm here.
Right?
Yeah. But I really wanted to go to Mykonos. I was like, I was holding that shit again. I said, nigga,
That's
better not fuck up and like, nigga, that house for 50. I was like, yeah, this your private school money here. So I was like, I said, here's what we're going to do. In this moment, my son was so sad. I said, son, don't be sad. He said, why? I said, because your worst moment's your best moment. He said, wow. I said, here's the thing. I said, you're in this hospital. We don't know how long. It may be a week, maybe 2 months. But this is an opportunity. I said, I'm taking off work. This is an opportunity for me and you to be buddies, to be roommates. So I'm going to stay in this hospital with you, and I'm going to be here as much as possible, damn near every day. And I'm going to be your bunkmate. And you're 12 years old or 13 years old. In 4 years, you'll be going to college. God's given us this moment for me and you to hang out. And we're going to have fun. He said, how? I said, watch. Every day, this is a party. So every day I bring him, I said, we going to Postmate your favorite food. We was Postmating all kind of sushi. I bought a big flat screen TV. I snuck it in.
You bought a flat screen TV in the hospital?
To the hospital. I bought an Xbox. I hooked it up. I loaded his video games, and we sat there, and his mama got mad at me. She goes, and I was cracking jokes. She goes, everything ain't a joke. I said, nigga, jokes is paying for these hospital bills. And we was arguing because we parent differently. Ange was very like, she's on it. She's like, what's the doctor say? I didn't understand half the shit the doctor was saying. I was like, I just learned to say osteomyelitis. I was calling it the itchy shit. And so Ange was like, why don't you do it like this? I said, we just parent differently. But I realized the way we work, we govern him differently, but it works. She gives him the coddling, and I give him the smiles. And for those 2 months, me and my son, we had a blast. Ange got so mad at me that she told the lady that I was sneaking the TV in, and the lady but the lady went, oh, it's Marlon. He can have that.
She probably was even mad.
She was hating. She tried to tell me. I said, hi, in your face. But in that thing, I wrote an episode. She was like, what are you doing? I was like, writing an episode. She goes, everything ain't funny. I said, yes, it is. And this argument right here, this is going in the show. And this was episode 4 or something like of last season. We did the hospital party based on that experience. So every experience I go through, it's a
Something's
joke.
funny.
How do you?
So basically, Ange might sue you one day.
Yeah,
then.
No, she can't. She would have gave me her life right. Telling the kids, I'm sorry, all your life rights is fucked. Don't do no dumb shit. I told my kids, Amaya, you want to smoke weed? Go for it. Episode 76.
Everything can't be funny. Like, let's just say you're in the bedroom and you can't get an erection. Is that funny?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Is that funny when it happens?
That's happening every
You be
day.
doing all kinds of, you be trying to push all
Yes.
the blood to the front. You ever try to make it your own, like, what do you call that thing? Cock ring by holding your hand, and it's just the tip that be hard. All this is soft.
Talking to it,
Internal to
shaking it,
nigga.
blowing on it like a
It's not
Nintendo
funny
game.
it's not funny for us.
Oh, it's not funny for y'all. But sometimes y'all be laughing. You just greedy.
We
with
laugh
it.
to
Damn,
our
you can't
friends.
have a moment. Like, maybe if you relax the situation, take the pressure off, the motherfucker get hard. But every moment, I be in funerals. This is crazy. Me and my
No.
brothers be in the
You
back.
get hard in the funeral?
No, that's it.
That's crazy.
It depends if it's a beautiful girl and they bury her like this.
Yeah, bury on the stomach. Yeah, bury on the stomach. They said that's how Luther Vandross buried.
Shut up.
Ass up.
I'm so glad you said that.
I'm so glad. Oh, that would have been such a Roseanne tweet for me. Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
All the Luther fans coming for you.
Now, you said, what happened in the funeral now?
In the funeral, me and my brothers, in funerals, we sit there and we always got a joke. My cousin said God rest you, he was in his funeral and he was, my auntie buried him in sneakers and jeans. And because he was a motorcycle dude and he loved motorcycles, and she buried him in t-shirts and jeans and sneakers. And my brother Damon looked at me and goes, if there's a dress code in heaven, I don't think this nigga getting in. Me and my brothers, we laugh at the dude singing the bad version of the Eyes on the Sparrow. We laugh at the preacher's shoes. We laugh at what people wear in the funeral, the baggy suits. Me and my brothers, we got jokes for days. Everything, every situation. And we get that from our mom, I guess. every situation we in, we always go, what's funny about this? And that's just how Wayans is wired.
Do you think being a comedian is a natural thing, or is it the experiences? Like, are you a natural born comedian, or is it the experiences that make you funny?
I think I'm personally, through my childhood and my upbringing, I'm a natural born comedian. Me and my family, we were all class clowns. We all went to I-70, PS11. We all got kicked out of the same class by the same teachers. To the point to when I finally came to school, I was the youngest of 10, the teacher would go, crap, another Wayans. You just get out right now. Because that's just what we did. Because we looked at poverty and said, what's funny about this? We looked at every situation and said, what's funny about this? But that doesn't mean I'm a comedian. Some of those dudes are just the funniest nigga on the block. What makes you a comedian is doing the work.
Right.
I hit a stage damn near every weekend. I don't stop working. Like, for me, because I'm playing catch up, one, and two, man, I feel like the more I'm on it, the more I work, the more stand-up I do, the better I get. I'm just getting sharp. Like, I'm in the Matrix right now. I see it all, and it's helping me because I've been writing for years and writing movies for years and creating TV shows. I'm on my second TV show, and it's a different way I'm doing it than I did when I was younger. Younger, I'd work off the instincts of, I just think this is funny. Now I'm on a stage. I know when it's going to be funny. I know when I'm going to offend people in certain places. Ohio's not going to like this joke. That may piss black people off. So I'm in tune.
What about Donald Trump jokes in certain places? Are you like,
Fuck
this
yeah.
crowd is...
When I did my special, I went off, when I did Wokish, which is on Netflix right now, my first stand-up special, when I did that special, I took 60 days, and I knew I had political topics. I knew I had topics about, woke shit. So I went to the most racist places that they say is racist. I went to the Trumpville with the red hats, with the MAGA hats, and I did my stand-up for those people. Because I needed to see just how much I needed to put in before they would go, I got to get the hell out of here. Because I want to tell one joke that makes the whole world laugh, but at the same time, I'm most effective when I got everybody's ears. A joke is inclusive, and it's not separatism. If you tell a joke, if I tell a black joke, black people should laugh the loudest. If I talk about Trump supporters should laugh the loudest. If I talk about gays, well, they could be sensitive sometimes, but they should be laughing the loudest.
So you don't care about offending people? That doesn't.
I don't think you can when you do comedy.
You can't when you do comedy. That comes with the territory. I'm going to offend somebody in every show. I'm sorry, because I'm trying to find it. And even when you put together, but my goal is not to offend. My goal is to blend. These laughs, these topics I talk about, when we laugh about these things, I think that brings us closer together. And we need more of that. We look at the world right now, it's too sensitive. Everybody wants to be offended this and that. And we need to have conversations and talk about these things and laugh about these things. That's why a show like In Living Color is missing. Because In Living Color talked about all this.
Well, could it work
y'all
right now?
Y'all never be able to do that.
It can work
I don't know. Damon would be socking. He'd be socking network execs over the head like, homie, don't play that note. Like, because people are so sensitive. But I do say maybe it could work, because I think society needs to laugh more. Motherfuckers is too sensitive. Period.
I was even thinking about the men on film the other day. I wasn't laughing because they was gay. I was laughing because it was funny.
But you know what that did? You know what was great about that? Some gays got offended by it.
Really? Oh, we didn't see it back then.
Some people.
Social media back then.
There was no social media.
Yeah.
Right? So, but the majority of them loved it, because what it did was it actually eased the tensions of people actually dealing on an everyday basis with homosexuals.
We would go to school mimicking them.
Yeah. And then it became like cool. Like, like it wasn't like, because it was in your face and on TV, and you go, yo, those are people that are in my school. Those are people that are in my neighborhood. Why am I tripping about that? Instead of, now you see people just friends with people. It was something that blended people. And that's what I and my family's purpose is. We ain't trying to offend. We just sometimes can be offensive, but we're trying to blend.
Well, Kim Zolciak was mad at you. She thought you offended her.
That was her being sensitive. I did not tell that woman to go in there and do that stuff to her face. I just commented, and I didn't even go in, because I'm respectful to women's sensitivities. You know, as a man, I don't want to sit there and go in. You know how many people talk shit to me on a daily basis? Guys, I'll go in. If I got to go, a comedian, we're like drones. Like, if I got to kill the entire race that you are, whoever's in the building, they all dying. I'm going to get you. That's what happens with comedians on stage.
Yeah, I saw you and Jay Farrow on Drop the Mic.
Yeah,
you guys were going hard on you.
Nah, but see, me and Jay, we was jabbing at each other,
Right.
but right afterwards, shook hands. Me and Jay do gigs together. I ain't going to beef with it. First of all, I'm not beefing with another black man, period, like that. It's not that important. I could beef with you, but when I see you, we'll have a conversation, and we're going to build a bridge, and we're going to be better than we was. Now, we talk about something else.
Kim Zolciak.
Kim Zolciak, okay. Now, all I said was, no, we are not filming White Chicks 2.
And you didn't know it was her, right, in the picture originally, or did you know?
No, it took me a while.
At first you didn't know.
I didn't know what the hell it was. I just seen it, and I was like, oh, what the hell? And so I commented on it. And, respects. I wasn't mad at a man. I didn't go in and keep a war. I respected her man's position. Yo, that's your wife. Your position is to protect your wife. If I was my girl, I would protect her too. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at the family. I'm not mad at her being offended by the joke. Somebody's going to be offended by something, but that wasn't my intent. I came out, I said, I love the family. I've met them before. They're very complimentary, but I just said what everybody was kind of thinking.
I didn't like when she said that she thought you were funny until you made the joke about her. I don't like people like that. It's funny when it's everybody else, but when it's on you don't think it's funny no more.
The worst part about that was when she tried to put me in the You Too shit.
Oh, the you Me Too.
I was like, hey,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, the Me Too, You Too.
He's a YouTuber.
Oh, my bad. I'm not far disassociated with this. Not Me Too, it's You Too. She tried to put me in the Me Too shit. I was like, hey,
Not for the joke.
That's what I'm doing. So I never do a joke to hurt people's feelings, but I do understand. That's why when they
She
commented,
got to take the joke, and she
you
could have
gotta
made a
take the
joke out of
joke.
it herself. Like,
She
all right,
took it to
cast
the
me
next
in a row.
level.
Like,
She took it to the next level because she commented. I was just like, let it die.
Right.
Let it die. Don't comment on the page because now if I could have commented after they commented, it could have been a war.
Right.
That wasn't the purpose of the joke. It was just like, yo, this is funny. It happens. I got to do something here. This is a joke about it. Hopefully she reflects and go, next time she's in, at the surgeon's office, she's take a little bit out the top. Like, nah, that's too much.
Too late.
Take a little
Once
bit
you go
out.
too far, it's hard to go back, man. And by the way, if y'all did White Chicks 2, you'd probably have to cast her for real, because if you did it in this era, they'd be like, they wearing white face.
And I would. I would put her and her daughter in as a walkthrough, like,
Why not?
just like
Yeah.
a little cameo.
that would be really funny.
That would be
Exactly. I'm not hate, man.
You got to be in on
I'm
the joke
love,
when people.
period.
They would
I don't-
accuse you and Sean of doing white face in this era. You couldn't do
They
white
accused
face.
us of doing whiteface in that era.
Really?
Man, I don't.
But it still worked.
Everybody gonna be a critic. Everybody gonna be mad about something. And you know what? In the world of comedy, you just got to have the balls to just go do it. And it takes time before you perfect the joke. And it takes you touring to perfect material. And then you know how much to do and when to take a little bit off. And then you find this formula and you go, okay, I'm ready to present this to the world. And even then, some people are going to get offended. But this is what I do. My job is it's like a fireman. Are there going to be casualties? When he goes in that burning building to save lives, are there going to be casualties? Yes. Can he be a casualty? Yes. But my job is to go in burning buildings, find some fucking jokes, and come out and tell them and make people smile with them. Period.
Now, can I ask you about?
I gotta hold on 1 second. Ashley, did you send me that? Okay, speaking of jokes, I just want to say this. I'm going to be telling jokes June 22nd at the Casino Rama in Toronto.
Okay.
June 23rd, I'm at the Cassia Creek Casino in Brooks, California. June 25th, June 12th through the 15th, I'm at American Comedy Club in San Diego. July 26th through 29th, I'm at Caroline's, New York City. I got a brand new hour. It's none of the stuff you saw on Wokish. August 3rd through 5, I'm at Funny Bone in Liberty Township, Cincinnati. August 12th, 10 through 12, I'm at Funny Bone, Albany, Georgia. And lastly, 23rd August through 25th, I'm at the Comedy at the Carlson in Rochester, New York.
Why not
I
just,
grind.
Why not
No
just have
weekends
one
off.
website with all
Yeah,
the toys?
talk about
Why not just say go to
websites,
MarlonWayans.com?
Because people don't really be believing it. They be like, nah, he ain't say that. Especially black people. They have to see me in
Right.
the city. I got to go, yo, Cleveland, I
I'm
touched
here.
down. Yeah, that nigga there. I see the LeBron painting. He up.
Sure. Now, can I ask you about Marlon? I want to ask you about Brescia Webb and Essence Atkins. But if I ask you, you're not going to flip out on me and tell me don't go there.
Never.
Ask about Diallo or
No,
craft services.
Never.
We know where this is coming from.
No.
Oh, explain it to him now.
Oh, you didn't see when they asked Tracy Morgan about Tiffany Haddish?
No, what happened?
He said,
Yes. Now, you can ask me. Here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to talk about it. Build a bridge. I didn't agree, but I'm not him. Mm-hmm. That man got to, he could do what he wants to do. That's on him. I see what he's saying in terms of the spirit of the show. Like, yo, it's not just about her. It's about everybody. And it's about the crew, and everybody should be celebrated. But that woman is having an incredible time.
Phenomenal, yeah.
In her life. Mm-hmm. As somebody who I feel I love her, I respect her. I found Tiffany. I didn't find her. I've seen Tiffany for years. And we put on the show Funniest Wins. And the girl was funny. And and this was way before. And I love Tiffany. And so if she was on my show, I'd applaud her. And I would say it's a magical time for that woman. I'm so happy for her, and she's blessed to have this moment, and I hope it lasts forever. I don't think his disposition came across in the way that it was a bad reflection on himself. I've known Tracy for a long time. He's a good dude. Mm-hmm. I put Tracy in, not put Tracy, but we worked together in Little Man, and Tracy's the homie. Mm-hmm. But once again, I'm not here to blast people out. I love them. I would have handled it a little bit differently. And because you got to think, that woman got feelings. And, I think it's our job as stars to protect the community called the set. And I think as black people, not to air each other out like that. Mm-hmm. We got to be happy for each other. Mm-hmm. We have to applaud. Yeah. You know what I mean? Black women are getting the opportunity that this woman's getting. Right. Not many. You got to applaud this woman for what she's doing. And this isn't like a newfound. This girl's been doing comedy for 15 goddamn years. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody. Yo, Ma, go get your money. And yo, as a star of my show, I want Brescia to be that motherfucking chick. I want Essence to be that badass Oscar winner. I want Diallo to be a brilliant writer and a great a star. I don't need all the credit. They make my show better.
They're helping you win.
Yes.
Right,
so sometimes I think, in certain situations, we go with our emotions and we go with the negative instead of taking a beat, taking a hiccup, and think, how do I say something that's going to be cohesive to the energy of my set and the cohesiveness of our people as black people, not to air each other out like this. This beef shit, all this nonsense, fuck this. Nah, fuck burning bridges. We build them. And you know what? I love Tracy. When Tracy was in the hospital, I called him. Yo, brother, you good? I love you. And he knows I love him. And I'll sidebar with Tracy and have a different conversation with him backstage. But, in that moment, I was a little bit disappointed because, when he was on Little Man, Tracy was rocking. And we never was like, yo, don't talk about Tracy. No.
Right. Or on 30
talk
Rock,
about
30
Tracy.
Rock, he was popping on 30 Rock.
Yeah, but understand, talk about him. Let this man have his moment. I'm happy for you, brother. And everybody got to be happy for everybody.
Right.
There's enough for all of us to eat. But everybody got their way of doing things. And I'm not going to sit here and blast my brother out there.
Shout out to Tiffany Haddish, and also shout out to everybody else on the show.
Yes.
You think it's easier to work with family? Because Keenen, during The Living Color, he couldn't be jealous of Damon, even though Damon was red hot.
Damon, sure he could have been.
Why not?
Absolutely. You don't think there's jealousy in families? Nigga, what family you grew up in?
More than anywhere.
But Keenen has a gracious heart. See, I was groomed by Keenen.
True.
Keenen created an environment that, and I would tell Tracy or anybody else, watch that man. You want to create a culture that lets everybody win. In Living Color, look at that farm.
Man.
His mentality, he let everybody win.
Didn't Keenen get Damon in Beverly Hills Cop also?
Yeah, with Eddie Murphy.
With Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, but I mean, because Eddie, Damon, they were all cool and did stand up together.
Right.
But he let Damon eat. Keenen, yo, J-Lo. You're better. You're bigger than just a dancer. You're a brand. I am. Yes, you are. Look at all the people. Me, Sean, Keenen, Damon, Jim Carrey,
Jamie
Foxx,
Tommy Davidson.
Tommy
David
Davidson,
Allen
David
Greer.
Allen Greer. Keenen groomed us to be winners. Jada Pinkett, anybody that sat with Keenen always gave them the greatest jewel that he could ever give you, advice on how to be your greatest you. Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing not to sleep? You got to be a force of nature. You got to kick down walls. You got to learn to write. These are the things that he taught me since I was a young Jedi. And I watched his culture that he created. And he's a giving, loving leader. And that is what we should be. Giving, loving leaders. When I get in certain situations, I go, what would Ivory do? And Ivory will always... People hit me on the gram. Yo, you got books for writing? Here's the 7 books that I read that made me write. Go be great. Mm-hmm. You should try and build people around you so that we're building communities, so that we're building us all to be greats. Stop dragging each other down. Let's stop being niggas and be black people. Period.
Mm.
Marlon Wayans, ladies
season
and gentlemen.
2, this Thursday, NBC.
We appreciate you for joining us, man.
At 9 and 9:30. Niggas, don't turn the channel at 9 o'clock. 9 and 9:30. 2 shows, back-to-back, separate episodes. Listen, I'm only going to be on 5 weeks. Tune in, because if they cancel my ass, you go, what happened to Marlon? Well, motherfucker, you didn't watch. That's what happened to Marlon. Watch it, Marlon. And this season's funnier than last season. And I want to say Essence Atkin, Brescia Webb, and Diallo Riddle, I am blessed and even my crew, all the writers, I am blessed to work with
Craft
such a great
services.
craft services, everybody. No, we go into our show every week and we have a ball. And I want to say I hope all of them become bigger stars than I am and achieve all their dreams. And if I can help you do it, then let's flourish and let's all eat together.
All right. Well, Marlon Wayans, it's The Breakfast Club.